So that brings us to our discussion agenda, and I will tell you that we're going to look at items 15 and 16, and most of you have noticed that Dr. Jakes is not with us tonight, and we know that her youngest daughter's in the hospital, and she's very well covered, has been all night long by, I want to say Dr. Winnickel Brown, but Ms. Winnickel Brown, who's her very able assistant. So Dr. Jakes has worked specifically on these last 4 items of policy, so we definitely need her input. So we're going to go to the proposed board meeting schedule. Mr. Bounds for 16-17.
Mr. Chair, board members, we bring to you tonight the proposed board meeting schedule for next year. As you recall, we approved the school schedule at our last meeting. We maintain the same number of meetings next year as we had this year. That number is 19. We do our best to rotate between clusters, Dutch Fork, Irmo, and Chapin, so our citizens in those areas get an opportunity to visit a board member in their area. And then we use the Center for Advanced Technical Studies for our summertime board meetings. I offer this schedule for your consideration.
Okay, you want to have any questions on this discussion part of the time? Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's not a question, but I just want to, I think that, and I know how it's probably easier for our staff, and they have so much work to do when it's out in a school. But I do commend the fact that you realize that I think you do get more public that will be able to make 1 or 2 meetings, maybe not, even if there's not some issue, but they can come and see the process. And I think it's really good that you have covered clusters and they're not all, because that is far out. Now, it isn't for everybody if you're out in that area, but I'm thinking it's not as center as our district office used to be when we had them there. So I think this is good. I support it being in different school areas in the clusters.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Bounds. And the next item we have is our textbook adoptions for FY 15-16, Exhibit D. Is that, am I reading?
That's correct.
And I don't know, do we have?
Dr. Milton.
I'll be doing that. Thank you, Chairman Gant. Board members, Dr. Hefner, and Exhibit D, tonight we have for you in notice, this is for the fiscal year that we're currently in of 2015-2016. We are bringing forth tonight 8 different areas of textbooks that we are seeking for you to discuss tonight. They've been recommended by our various committees. Dr. Cox, in addition to ELA, takes on the responsibility as textbook coordinator. She's here this evening. Many of the books that you see are social studies related, so Melanie Sanford is here tonight as our social studies coordinator. We appreciate her attendance. And Dr. Couch has double duty tonight. He's here representing the center because they too have textbooks here to be discussed tonight. As you go through the different recommendations that we have for you, I especially would like to draw your attention to the content areas and most importantly, the instructional supplements as well. Our committees that we have vetted these choices have looked extensively at the choices that were available through the state caravan and through the resources that pass through the department. We've used committees that have been inclusive of faculty members, parents, and we've had things on display for our community to be able to review should they like to and portable for at the district office. As we've looked towards this, we have thought seriously about our challenge now, the profile of the South Carolina graduate here in South Carolina. In addition to that, our college and career readiness efforts that we have, not just as a district, but also as a state. And then, of course, there's always the assessments that we're working towards, the work keys at the 11th grade level, ACT that's optional this year, but also the various assessments that we take beginning in 3rd grade and all the way up through 8th grade for our students, and then again with our EOCs and other exams that are given at the high school level. So as you look through tonight, I hope that you will notice that our teachers have been very careful about selecting materials that offer a variety of instructional strategies, that offer a variety of resources to better meet the needs of our students and to allow them to differentiate in their classroom to better prepare students for the coursework they've signed up to take. I'll pause in case there's any questions that you all may have, but just a reminder, this is for the fiscal year that we're currently in, 15-16. In a few weeks, I'll be bringing to you our recommendations for the coming year of the 16-17 fiscal year. So, Mr. Gant.
Okay. Anyone have any questions of Dr. Melton or discussion? Thank you very much, Dr. Melton. And thank you to our folks that are here that do all this hard work all year long. We really appreciate it. And I feel sorry that you've sat there all night for this, but it's a
too.
process. And I know that you know from our last discussion, it can get very detailed really quickly. So thank you very much for your hard work. Okay, and that takes us, I'd mentioned the next 4 items, and I'm going to call on Ms. Baumgartner.
I propose that we table number 17, revision on policy GDJR, and number 18, revision of policy GDQD, number 19, revision of board policy GCK, and discussion of board policy CFC, as shown in Exhibit E, F, G, and H, until next time when Dr. Jakes is here,
Which will be the 22nd.
it'll be the 22nd.
So we have a motion, have a second, Mr. White?
Yes.
Okay. Any discussion on that? All those in favor, please raise your hand. That passes unanimously. And that takes us to item number 21. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Ms. Baumgartner.
Mr. Chair, I move that we adjourn.
Ms. Hammond, you second? All right. All those in favor, please raise your hand. And we'd like to thank all of you that have been here tonight for your valuable input.